near to a crossroads in the Rother Estuary area, but inland by about 6 or 7 miles, when formerly 1200 years ago this was about 300 yards from the shore. And the possibility at another site that the farmers kindly allowed me to do of finding a jetty, which the local History Society believe might be a little bit further down the road. Starting at 12:16. It'll be interesting to see how hard exactly the ground is when I dig my first hole. At least it's level. Right, we've got 10 or 11 there, full depth. Single 10 that way. Double dinging 10 that way. Hopefully it's hard on top and soft underneath. He says. Where's it gone? Alright, finally got it out. It disappeared on me as it swung round, so just changing its orientation enough for it to disappear off the radar, so to speak. Right, it's this, and that looks like something interesting already. Let's have a look. Where's my water? Surely not the first find is going to be something amazing. That does. Surely that's not silver, is it? Shame I can't get it into focus for you. Yeah, that is either. That is something. That's a very old. I don't know if it's lead or if it's. Right, sorry, I didn't mean to spray onto the lens of the. That's an amazing start. That looks. I think that's lead. Yeah, I think that's lead. That's a very old token. I don't think that's post-medieval either. So it's got an A, but it's not really an A with pellets. I don't think that's post-medieval. I think that's medieval. Wow, what a cracking start that is. Amazing. Hopefully we'll stay in that vein for a bit. I'm very so pleased. First find within five minutes of starting out. A lead looks like a medieval token. This is a very clear 20. Although this, I think I can see some. No, I thought I saw foil on the ground. No, 19 or 20. Out of the hole. See something there, either a button or a coin. What have we got? Oh, does seem like we've got a coin. Give it a quick wash. So, started with a lead token, now a coin. That's pretty good going. Completely toasted, this one. Unfortunately. Might be able to get something off it. Thin. Yeah, it's pretty toasted. I'd say it's Georgian, it could be Victorian. Third hole, 17 to 19, 80%, so targets are showing up deeper. 17 or 18 in this one. going to be. In here, and this piece here. Oh, something round. Wow, hole number 3, another coin. This field is something else. Oh, lovely. That's a George III bullhead. Oh, that's amazing. This field is just so much different to the last few permissions I've had. So 1700s. And it's a bullhead. I don't know which particular denomination, but we'll find out and I'll post it at the end. Very nice. Right, 25, but it's saying it's on the surface, so that's a piece of alley, I can see it. Piece of aluminium, that's what it is. Tin can, unfortunately. Sorry about any wind noise. This one's a 24 at 50. Right, something interesting. That's a 24 at 50%, so we've got a nice button there. Nice livery button. Wonder what's on it. Like a horse or something. Oh, here we are. No, it's a crest. So I don't know if you can see that with a lion. A lion rampant, I think, is the expression. But yeah, a nice 1800s or early 1900s livery button there. Quite a high number, 32. So I'm expecting aluminium. Yeah, a big old piece of aluminium. There you are. Big thick piece of aluminium off a tractor or something. You can tell from the weight of it. This is 20 at 70%. So it's out of there. We said 20, didn't we? Alright, and this clod here. What's it going to be? Oh, a musket ball. Add to the variation of things. That's a brown best, 0.69. There we go, 0.69 of an inch. I don't know if you can notice that, almost like volcanic ash. But it's not hard, thank God. I thought the ground would be a lot tougher than it is, like it was last year, but no, it's not. It's those smaller targets that are slightly deeper and lower numbers in between the glaring targets on the surface that I'm looking for. Alright, this was a 10, so it's out of that hole there. It was absolutely tiny. It's a tiny lead. It's just a lead shot. But yeah, a tiny bit of lead shot. There's another of those lead shots, unfortunately. So another lead shot. This was a 15 or 16. Evidently something quite small. It's shallow. It was triple dinging. Ah, it's lying on the side. How could I miss that? There, look. It's a coin. For God's sake. That's thin. This corner seems to be producing coins anyway at the moment. There she is. Don't know if you can see her, but sorry. I don't know if you can see in the light, can you? Bunhead Victoria, halfpenny, halfpenny. This was a very shallow 7 or 8. I think it is 7 or 8. So right on the surface, in effect. got quite a lot of iron tone in there, so it may be iron. An air gun pellet. I think that's what that is, or something similar. Come in the shade again for one more second. Having a quick break. It's extremely warm again. So yeah, extremely warm. 20th of May. Just having a quick break to rehydrate myself. Not bad going so far. Lots of targets in this field. Right, we've got 12. Quite shallow. Quite distinct and concise or compact 12. Oh, hang on, it dropped out. Oh, circular, and it's lead. I think we have another token. I'll move that one moment. Another lead token. Mustn't rub these things because if there's any decoration, you'll just rub it away. Yeah, that's a post-medieval token. Probably 1700s or something. May even be 1600s. Right, just 4 feet from that lead token. Could this coin down there, I don't know if you can see it, be contemporaneous? In other words, same period. Britannia, who have we got? Yeah, we have got one of the Georges. I think that's George V, early 1900s in other words. I've caught it with my spade, unfortunately. That's a bugger. George V. Something I missed, that was where the token came out, the lead token. And there's a second target in the spoil there, something small, 12 on the scale. That's the tiniest thing. I have no idea what that is. It's the tiniest blob of, no, it's not even a blob, it's made of something. But yeah, oh, I've dropped it. Right, found it again. Absolutely tiny. A small one. This time 10. Is that a bullet? I've got a bullet. It's got one of those, I think it's a 2-2. Got something iron and a non-ferrous out of there. That's the iron there. Something glaringly non-ferrous. Oh, there we go. Another pre-decimal, that one's pretty shagged. I don't know who that is, but yeah, probably early 1900s. On the surface almost. The problem with the verge area is that although there might be interesting things amongst the other targets are rubbish, so there's a lot of aluminium cans and the like, which makes it a different type of detecting. It's still worth digging rubbish, but I've only got so many hours. Anyway, back to this one, 14 on the surface. My hand. See, piece of chewed up alley. Seems like a good signal. 23, 24, 60%. 23, 24. Yep, 25 maybe. Yes. High number, you see. Oh, lovely. Who is that? Oh, George III sixpence. I found one of these a month ago. Silver. The more rare ones are worth something, but even if not, that's still a nice find. Just to find a silver, a young bust there, so I'm guessing about 1800, that sort of date. But still, that is a nice find, second nice find today really, even though it's a little bit worn. All the good things seem to be up at this end of the field. Don't know, this doesn't sound as good as that sixpence did. What on earth is that? Is that just molten metal or is it something else? Can't see at this point. Yeah, all about there. I don't know if you can see. Tip of my spade is there. Came this cartwheel penny. Why it was giving an off-centre signal, I don't know. But that was 28.32 on the scale. Near to where I found the other coins. I think that was 1797. These huge things were produced. This was quite a compact 20. This one. So yeah, I've got something round. Another halfpenny. Can't see who that is. Maybe I can. I think that's a George II. One of the Georges anyway. So probably 1700s. One of 21, I think. That coin. Another Georgian coin, I think. 1700s anyway. Alright, this was a 20. You can see the depth of the hole there. Let's see what we... Could be a coin. Yeah, it's in here. Ooh, something unusual. Oh, that looks old. Or is it? I finally found something unusual or intriguing. What on earth is it? Finial or something. Yeah. Don't know, goodness knows. The signal was a 30. Turns out about 5 inches down. It's a coin. Surprised we got such a high number for that. We run out of water. But yeah. Another Georgian halfpenny, I think, that one. Right, that's it. Quite a productive hunt in terms of coinage, and 5.5 acres. I don't normally find that many coins, but as I say, I'm close to a crossroads here. I have another field over the other side of the road, which I'm hoping to do on Sunday, depending on the weather. It's the forecast for the weather on Sunday, unfortunately. Bank holiday is rain, but we'll see. That's 3.5 acres. So I'll post the finds up now, and we'll have a closer look at what we found in more detail. Right, finally a roundup of the 50 targets that I dug on this day. It was not a quiet field in contrast to the previous detects that I've done on other permissions. Across the top I had 10 coins ranging from a cartwheel penny. They're all fairly worn out, unfortunately. And we got a George I or II halfpenny. The one piece of silver was a bullhead sixpence, 18, 16 or 17. Although it's solid silver, it does look like it's a lower grade of silver for some reason. This here I think is a knockoff of a shilling, again similar sort of date. It's got the diameter to be a shilling, so it would have originally looked silver, but a lot of fake coins being produced at that time. Another bullhead, George III. Range of halfpennies, probably Georgian, and a early 1900s halfpenny there. Two buttons, very nice livery buttons. This one's still got the shank attached. Lion rampant with a crest. I'll put pictures up that show these in more detail. Then these two tokens, two farm tokens. They're usually said to be post-medieval, in other words post-1480, but I have doubts about the one on the left. I described it as medieval. Not entirely sure. It's probably at least 15 to 1750 sort of date, and this one I would say is probably a little bit later, maybe 17 or 1600s. It could even be 1400s, that one on the left. Tokens are really hard things to date, but generally ones like this, or certainly the one on the right, would be post 1480. This here, I had thought I'd found something rather ancient at first because of the patina, but as you can see, it's modern. Don't know what sort of date. It's probably Victorian. It's a interconnection between a series of rods. And we got the various bits of ordnance, the usual thing: musket balls, air gun pellets, typical air gun pellet, musket ball from a brown Bess, and 20 bits of rubbish, and bits of fragments of other types of metal. But I'll post them all up for you now, and then you can have a closer look at what I found. But that's a really good ratio of rubbish to good finds. 30 good finds and 20 bits of rubbish. So this field obviously has more potential. To find that many coins in such a short space of time is very, very promising too. I'll post the finds up for you now.